Hello, I'm Zach Brown.
And I'm Abbie Radcliffe.
We're excited to be here at the Liz Hobbs Group Music Factory to talk to Liz Hobbs and Craig Berens, who is the Chief Executive of the YMCA.
We want to find out about how they're going to be working together at the new YMCA to help young people in Newark learn all about the music and entertainment industry.
Nice to meet you, Craig. You must be very proud that you're in charge of the Nottinghamshire YMCA.
Very proud.
I'm 11 years old. Can you tell us some of the ways that you'll make a difference to young people's lives?
Well, I think it starts with making sure young people have a place in their community to connect, a place where they actually can meet other young people, but also positive adults that can support them and mentor, but not just their families, but other adults who kind of create an environment for them to, connect, contribute, thrive in their own communities.
Liz, I know that you put on the Newark Festival here in Newark, and I've really enjoyed going to that in the summer. You put on concerts with some really big artists like Little Mix and Ollie Murs. Can you sing?
With artists like Tom Jones and McFly, I don't think I need to, love.
Can you tell us why you wanted to work with the YMCA and what you'll be doing?
I think Liz Hobbs Group and YMCA, we have shared objectives, we have shared vision, we have a shared passion for young people and their families, and how we can work together as a team in a collaborative way to help young people train and reach their goals and ambitions, whether it's in music or as a performer itself, or whether it's backstage in one of the many other opportunities that we can offer between us. And that's really important to me.
Craig, I've been down to the YMCA village to look at the football and athletics track. I'm really excited now that you've started the building. What else is going to be there that I can do?
Do you play football?
Well, usually in the summer I go to a football camp, but it's been cut off this year because of COVID.
Like a lot of programs, unfortunately. Well, I mean, the YMCA, especially the one building in Newark, is pretty special. It's a place where not just leisure and sport come together, but so does arts and music and kind of production opportunities, such as we're working with Liz Hobbs Group. But equally as a climbing center, one of the largest skate parks for the Midlands we've built there. Kayaking, canoeing. The facility itself is designed to work with arts and creatives all the way through sports. So hopefully someone like yourself might find a passion and something that you want to do throughout your whole entire lifetime. And if you change that passion, there's something else for you to get involved in.
I found that there's going to be a music room there. Liz, is that where you're going to be teaching people?
The music facility and the production facility, I'd rather call it, has got an awful lot that, in terms technically of what young people will be able to learn. And the facilities that we will offer here, coupled with what Craig can offer with his team at the YMCA, and the new facility that we will be building together, I hope, at the YMCA, under the academy, our academy banner, will be something that can offer young people a place to go to learn some amazing skill sets for their future careers.
I want to be a dancer. What do I need to do to be a star? How will Liz Hobbs Group and the YMCA help me achieve my dreams?
Well, you've started really well, because you're already within an academy itself, and I think that's the first port of call that you need to make, is that you need to enrol you're in TheatreTrain, and that's absolutely amazing. Marcus is doing a fantastic job with helping to train young people. That then also needs to go into your schooling, so you must talk to your careers teachers, you must identify where you think you might like to go. So coming and doing things like work placements at places like Liz Hobbs Group and places like the YMCA offers you the opportunity to have a look-see at what you might like to do, and then you can have a look at what else might be available, placements, traineeships, and that will then lead on to other training opportunities for you once you've decided where you want to go. The ideal thing is to be able to get work placements, because if you have that, then you have real live experience of what it's like to work in a sector, and then you can choose what you would like to do. And maybe you might like to adjust that for something slightly different once you've had a go at it in the workplace. So it's really important that we work together collaboratively to achieve that with young people.
The YMCA village is going to be so amazing for Newark. Which part are you most excited about?
Ooh, it's such a hard question.
Climbing the wall, but we've got a problem with high heels between us.
We have a challenge against that too. Well, the facility has so many components to it, and I'm pretty happy and proud to say that a lot of those components came from well over 5,000 individuals of Newark getting involved and figure out what we should build. But equally, I think when you think about how do we support young people and children and their families, 1 in 6 children between, I think it's 6 and 12, 6 and 16 are involved or need some support with mental health. And so by intertwining kind of the mental health capacity and support alongside leisure, arts, music, even some of the apprenticeships, etc. in the building, that's kind of the part that, although it's a silent or quiet part of the building, it's a part that I think is really integral into society and really important because mental health is something that we all have challenges and peaks and troughs where we need support. And having that brought into a facility that actually everyone walks into the front door regardless who they are, not just there for mental health support, but actually there to climb the wall. And the reality is finding that space and the hobby to do that is what we're about. That's what the YMCA is all about. So
we've actually discussed this today, and it's funny you should ask that question because we've talked about mental health in young people and how it's affecting them and their families. And I think that COVID particularly has highlighted that with so many of us with all of us in lockdown and how we're coming out the other side of it. And what Craig and I have been talking about is how to support that, how to help nurture and get out the other side, and also how to use sport and leisure and music and entertainment in order to help people realise their passions and support their mental health. Because sport is a well-known factor to raise endorphins, which actually helps with mental health, and I think that's really important for us to consider too in our collaboration.
The climbing wall sounds so cool. Do you think you'll be able to get to the top, Craig?
When I was younger, I definitely probably could. But you know what? It's one of those places that you can keep trying till you do. And that's one of the best parts, I think, with the YMCA and obviously Liz Hobbs group as well. It's about getting an experience and building up that ability to get to the top. And so I think the climbing wall, if you look at it as kind of an analogy of that sort, it is a thing that you can keep trying till you do. So I will get to the top.
I said to him earlier, he's not listening to my mantra, is he? You can because you think you can.
Well, good luck on getting up that climbing wall.
What are you saying?
Sounds like a challenge.
What are you saying?
And for our final question, we'd like to ask both of you, what advice would you give to young people that aren't sure what they want to do when they grow up?
Want me to lead on that?
Right, you're welcome to.
Okay, when I was young, I'll tell you a little story if you would like me to. When I was young, I was very, very badly asthmatic. I still am asthmatic, but I was very poorly with it. And I had a teacher at school that said I would never make it as a PE teacher and I would never make it in sport. And I then went on to get into PE college a year before I should have done, and I became a triple world champion. And so my mantra is always, you can because you think you can. And I think that some people are overawed by what they think they want to be. And I think it's really important that if you say, I want to be a pop star, then you should break it down and you should say, in order to be a pop star, what do I have to do? And you break it down into bite-sized chunks. Learning to sing would be a good thing if you were going to be a pop star, or learning to play. So you break it down into little bite-sized chunks in order to achieve your end goal. And I think you should continue always believe in yourself, because if you really want to do something, you can do it.
Thank you, Liz and Craig. You've really inspired us today. And we can't wait until next year when the YMCA building at the village is open and we can try out all the exciting things that will be there.
Nor can we. We're looking forward to that too, aren't we?